So, good afternoon, everyone. We are going to talk about Republic Act 9163. These past few meetings, we already discussed the Republic Act 646 and the Republic Act 9225, di ba? The Orden de Caballeros de Rizal and the citizenship or acquisition and retention of the Philippine citizenship. So now we are going to proceed to the Republic Act 9163. So what is Republic Act 9163? So we are going to talk about the ROTC and background on the Nsdp. Nsdp stands for the National Service Training Program. So ang nakapaloob aning Republic Act is kining Nsdp, National Service Training Program. So we are going to discuss and to tackle about this. So the first question is, what is the legal basis of the National Service Training Program or NSTP? The NSTP was established by virtue of RA 9163, otherwise known as the National Service Training Program Act of 2001. So, ang NSTP was established tungod aning Republic Act 9163. Okay? So we are going to talk about the provisions aning act. So what are the components of NSTP? So the components of NSTP or the Reserve Officers Training Course or the ROTC, Civic Welfare Training Service or the CWTS, and Literacy Training Service or the LTS. So pag may kaog NSTP, it is not just the NSTP itself, okay? Daghan siya saklaw, okay? So, once kumaingon ka og NSTP, you are talking about the components or the programs na gi-offer sa NSTP. So, under sa NSTP is a Reserve Officer Training Course, the ROTC, the CWTS, and the LTS. So let's talk about the first component of the NSDP, the Reserve Officers Training Course, or the ROTC. Refers to the program component designed to provide military training in order to motivate, train, organize, and mobilize students for national defense preparedness. So, dili naman ni bago sa tuka ang ROTC, right? So, we already know unsa ang iyahang activities aning ROTC, given that you are a criminology student, you are enrolled to criminology subjects, right? So kabalo naman mo daan kung unsa mga activities, unsa mga programs nga ginahatag aning ROTC. So aside from that, gibutang siya as curriculum or as part sa atong curriculum or as part sa ato requirement for graduation, not just for the sake nga ma-experience ninyo ang ROTC, kundi it is your introduction training for you to be a reservist. Okay? Unsa din ang reservist? Once you graduate the ROTC 1 and the ROTC 2, then you are going to be a reservist. Okay? So, unsa din ang reservist? So, ang reservist is morning mga officers or mga cadets nga graduate sa initial training, which is ang ROTC, initial military training, nga mag-provide og help sa government in times of pamalawakang gera. Or, for example, ato ang nasod is under the state of war, then pwede ka tawagon sa government to participate sa gera. So, mao ni siya. And this is very essential for you as a criminology students because you are a future law enforcers. You are not just a law abiders, but you are going to enforce the law. So it is essential for you to undergo this specific training for you to be knowledgeable sa inyong pagskwela, sa inyong 4 years pa nga pagskwela aning kursong criminology. But it is not necessarily nga ROTC will be enrolled lamang sa mga criminology students. No. Other schools, for example, the University of Mindanao, nag-offer gyapon sila og ROTC sa other courses. Okay? It is the students' discretion na kung i-enroll nila ang ROTC or ang CWTS or ang LTS as part or as part of their Nsdp. But sa atuang school, if you see sa inyong prospectus, naka-state diha specifically nga ROTC gid ang i-enroll ninyo. So the second program of the Nsdp is the CWTS, the Civic Welfare Training Service. Refers to the program component or activities contributory to the general welfare and betterment of life for the members of the community or the enhancement of its facilities, especially those devoted to improving health, education, environment, entrepreneurship, safety, recreation, and moral of the citizenry. So, mao ni ang ginabuhat sa CWTS. They go out sa field para mag-conduct og outreach program, mag-conduct og tree planting, coastal cleanup, mga cleanup drives, and many more. So, mao ni ilahang ginabuhat. They are not just, nagakandak og series of activities in the four corners of the campus, but also they extend their efforts, they extend their helps, their interest sa community by creating a series of outreach programs. So, mao na ilahang ginabuhat. And they're going to apply the theories and principles nga ilahang na-tackle during sa ilahang class discussion. So, for example, they're going to adopt a specific porok or a specific barangay, then i-identify nila kung unsa ang main problem sa kini nga barangay. For example, ang ilahang young ones ito is lack of nutrition. Then they're going to conduct a feeding program, no? Or if they see nga ang youth dito sa specific barangay is kulang og education. So they're going to conduct tutor or unsa ba kanang murag mini class discussion or mini classroom para maghatag og education somehow sa youth, or gusto nila nga na ay extracurricular activities ang mga kabatan-unan nito, then they are going to conduct series of sports or activities para ma-enjoy po nila ang ilahang free time or ilahang pagiging youth, kumbaga. So, mao po na ilang, and many more. So, daghan kaayo activities ang CWTS. Now, the Literacy Training Service, or the LTS, refers to the program component designed to train students to teach literacy and numeracy skills to school children, out-of-school youth, and other segments of society in need of their service. So, ang sole focus nila ani, mga students na enrolled sa LTS, is itong mga out-of-school youth nga mga out of school youth, di ba? So, specifically sa mga bata or sa mga youth nga naa sa lagyong dapit, lisod na kaayo sudlon sa mga eskwelahan, lisod na kay adtuon, they're going to conduct services dito para matudluan ang mga bata how to be literate, no? They're going to teach them how to write and how to read, how to identify letters and numbers. Para kahit papano, bisan pag wala sila nakaskwela gidong tarong, at least they're able to read. They are able to write. So mauna ang ilahang gusto nga ma-achieve nga in the future walay mga kabatanunan, walay batanon, or no child shall be illiterate. So, tanan, kabalo mo basa, kabalo mo sulat. So, mo po ni ang ilahang focus sa ilahang activities. So who is covered by the Nsdp law? So again, the Nsdp is the Nsdp has three components or three programs, okay? So dili pwede nga pag may kag unsa imong gi-enrollan Nsdp by asa ato because ang ROTC is under sa Nsdp. Ang CWTS is under sa Nsdp. Ang LTS is under sa Nsdp. Okay? So ang Nsdp is a broad program na naa siya three components. Okay? So who is covered by the Nsdp law? All students, male and female, starting school year 2002 to 2003, enrolled in any baccalaureate or in at least 2-year technical, vocational, or associate courses are required to complete one Nsdp component of their choice as a graduation requirement. So, kining statement nga they are required to complete one Nsdp component of their choice, meaning they have the right to choose kung unsa nga Nsdp component ang ilahang i-enroll. So it is the student's discretion kung unsa ang ilahang i-enroll. So just like what I said earlier, nga for example, ang UM, or as what I know, ang UM nag-offer pud sila og ROTC sa not just in the criminology department but also to other department or to other courses. And there are also other universities or colleges na nag-offer og inani sa mga students. Dili siya nga specific ang kinahanglan nilang i-enroll. But commonly, most of the schools, they only offer ROTC and CWTS. Wala kayo ingon nga na nag-enroll sa LTS because sa CWTS kahit paano naamanggoy LTS nga activity nila. Katong maghatag sila educational materials and mag-conduct sila mini discussion, class discussion sa mga adapted barangays nila for the children nga matudluan nila o ma-educate nila. So kasagaran ang gina-offer lang gid nga Nsdp nila is ROTC and CWTS. But there are also other schools nga nag-offer og tulo ka buok or kana tanan nga mga activities or nga programs. So it is the student's discretion na kung unsa ilang gustong i-enroll. But as I said earlier, again nga ang atong school, the Rizal Memorial Colleges is naka-focus siya sa ROTC since we are criminology students. And it is very important for us to enroll the ROTC. So ROTC only. ROTC commandants shall allow the students to cross-enroll with any other ROTC units most accessible to them regardless of branch of service, provided that the students concerned shall seek a written permission from a school registrar and ROTC commandant for record purposes. So it is pretty self-explanatory na siya. All higher and technical vocational education institution must offer at least one of the Nsdp components. So kanang kapres-gani if baccalaureate courses ang imong course ang imong enrollan for meaning 4-year course sa siya or a 2-year course technical vocational education or technical vocational course ang imong i-enroll, it is obliged or ginaobliga ang student nga mag-enroll at least isa sa Nsdp component or Nsdp program. So kinahanglan gyud nga naamoy ma-enroll o naamoy mahuman nga Nsdp component. So pwede na if ang imong school is allowed ka nga mamili og unsa sa ilahang Nsdp components ang imong gusto i-enroll, then pwede ka mamili kung asa ato. At least one, at least nakay enroll o nakay nihuman. State universities and colleges shall offer ROTC components and at least one other Nsdp component. So just like what I said earlier, nga most of the state universities or the university and colleges nag-offer lang og at least 2 Nsdp component. Mo to nga akong gi-mention kaganina nga kasagaran gina-offer lang nila nga Nsdp components or the CWTS and the ROTC. But there are also schools and colleges again nga nag-offer og katong tulog mismo nga component, Nsdp components. The Philippine Military Academy, PMA, Philippine Merchant Marine Academy, PMMA, Philippine National Police Academy, PNPA, and other SUCs or state universities and colleges of similar nature, in view of the special character of these institutions, are exempted from the Nsdp. Why? Because they are special character institutions, meaning na sila yung mga special trainings and programs na ginahatag sa mga estudyante nila. So they are not obliged or therefore they are exempted from the Nsdp. So what is the duration and equivalent course unit of each of the Nsdp components? Each of the Nsdp components shall be undertaken for an academic period of 2 semesters for 54 to 90 training hours per SEM. It shall be credited for 3 units per semester. Unsay bot pasabot ani? For example, mas relatable man sa ato ang ROTC, right? So ang ROTC 1 and ang ROTC 2 will be enrolled in the same academic year. Diba? For example, karon ang academic year 2020-2021. For example, ang first SEM, gi-enroll ninyo ang ROTC 1. So, dapat mahumana ninyo inyong ROTC 1 sa first SEM pa lang. Okay? Mahumana ninyo. Meaning, makomplete ninyo ang 54 to 90 training hours per SEM. That is why ang ROTC is ginakandak every Saturday whole day. It depends kung nag-apas sa oras or naamoy event or contest nga apilan, then the ROTC commandant will request to the school nga kung pwede mag-conduct po the formation pagka Sunday. But it is case-to-case basis na po na siya. It is the school's discretion na po na siya. But as long as makompleto ninyo ang 54 to 90 training hours sa sunod sa isa ka SEM, then you are a graduate of ROTC 1. Okay? Or CWTS 1. Na siya. And ang equivalent ng ROTC 1 is 3 units per SEM. Then, pagka second SEM, pagka next semester, i-enroll na po ninyo ang ROTC 2. Okay? So, another 3 units na po na siya. And another 54 to 90 training hours na po na anyuhang kumplituhon. Okay? Understood? So, in overall, in the whole academic year, academic year from the year 2020 to 2021, namoy 6 units na ROTC. Combine na ninyo ang ROTC 1 and ROTC 2. Okay? So what is the National Service Reserve Force or the NSRC? NSRC is created under Section 11 of RA 9163 or the Nsdp Act of 2001, composed of graduates of the non-ROTC components. Kung may non-ROTC components, mauni ang CWTS and the LTS. Members of this course may be tapped by the state for literacy and civic welfare activities through the joint efforts of the DND, CHED, and TESDA. So, mao ni siya. Itong mga graduates po na dili related or dili graduate sa ROTC or wala lagikan sa ROTC, meaning graduate sa CWTS at LTS, mahimo po na sila mga reserve officers. Okay? Pero dili siya sa ROTC, dili siya in terms of war, in terms of kanang maghabit sa armas or sa field. Sa field gyapon sila pero lahi sila og function. Diri sila sa literacy and civic welfare activities. Okay, kung unsa to ilang ginakandak during sa ilahang CWTS and LTS, then mo na gyapon nilang i-conduct sa literacy and civic welfare activities nila. Kauban ang DND, CHED, and TESDA. Nstp in the University of Santo Tomas. So, example lang ani ha. Example sa school nga nag-offer og tulo or tanan nga Nstp components is the University of Santo Tomas. So, the University of Santo Tomas offers all of the 3 components of National Service Training Program or the Nstp. Those who have chosen ROTC will have their training in the first year, while those who have chosen CWTS or LTS will undertake training in their second year in the university. So, matod-paning statement is if the student chooses to enroll the ROTC, then the training will start sa ihang pagtungtong first year. So sa first year, first sem niya, ROTC 1. Sa first year, second sem niya is ROTC 2. Pero if the student chooses to enroll the CWTS or the LTS, magsugod ang iyang training sa pagtungtong niya og second year college. Okay? Now, the CWTS 1 and 2. This course provides the students with the principles necessary to effectively serve a community. It deals with national issues and concerns, case studies of community organizing, and concepts of people empowerment. The activities of the students are organized according to the needs of the community. This is equivalent to 54 to 90 training hours per sem. So, mao na to akong ipang-explain ka ganina tong sa pag-introduce pa lang ako sa inyo sa CWTS. So, kung sa itong mga na-mention ako, the activities under CWTS, mao-open na ang ilahang buhaton yun sa actual nilang pagklase or kung ingon sila mga out of field work ang ilahang pangbuhaton. Meaning, sa gawa sila sa eskwelahan magkanda og activities. Now, the LTS 1 and 2. This course is designed to provide students with adequate knowledge of the various principles and methods related or relevant to the teaching and learning process. It aims to strengthen the knowledge, skills, and values of the youth to make them more responsive in the pursuit of peace and development. Actual educational and tutorial services, together with other non-formal education-related activities, may be done in the partner schools and communities of the university. This is equivalent to 54 to 90 training hours per sem. So just like I said earlier, ang LTS, ang sole focus nila is ang mag-conduct og educational activities and tutorial services sa youth. Or it's not necessarily nga sa mga youth, pwede man sad sa mga adult nga gusto nila nga makatuon sila. Okay? Now, the CWTS and LTS students participate in off-campus activities or field work to familiarize and immerse themselves in the partner communities of the university. Moreover, these are done to apply in actual situations the principles and theories learned in the duration of the course. So, dili man siya ingon nga pag-enroll ninyo sa CWTS or LTS, diretso dayon sila sa field work or mag-off-campus activities or puro series of activities silang buhaton. Naman sila class discussion where i-introduce sa instructor ang mga theories and principles unsaon pag-approach sa isa ka specific problem sa isa ka community and unsaon to pag-address. Then mao na ang ilahang studyhan, mao na ang ilahang tan-awon sa isa ka barangay or sa isa ka community nga ilahang adapon. Tapos pag ma-identify na nila, then they are going to apply the theories nga gi-introduce sa instructor sa ilaha. And they are going to have a reflection kung effective ba ang nilahang gi-apply na theories and principles. Now, the ROTC-1, Military Science MS1 Basic ROTC Common Module, is a module that serves as introduction of the basic ROTC program. Subjects under this module are common of the three branches of service of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine Army, Philippine Navy, and the Philippine Air Force. It includes lectures and practical exercises on drills and ceremonies, map reading, individual combat tactics, and weapon training. Likewise, training on basic life support and disaster relief and rescue operations are included in this module. This is equivalent to 60 work hours. Okay? So, for example, kini ROTC-1. When you are going to enroll the ROTC-1, supposedly, you will be handed a module. Kung unsa or kung asa subayon ninyo ang inyong mga activities or kung asa mahimong basihan ang inyong mga topics nga itudlo sa inyo ha. Or series of activities nga itudlo sa inyo ha. So, sa ROTC-1, dapat diri pa lang daan matudluan na mo or mahatagan na mag-lectures and exercises on drills and ceremonies, which is the experience na ninyo, right? Map reading, I don't think so. Murag wala pa na-introduce sa inyo, ha? Individual combat tactics, kanang mga disarming technique, but since natay defense tactics, the subject, separated subject siya, then it is no need for the ROTC or for the ROTC-1 to teach you since na may separated nga subject para ana. Kining mga taekwondo, judo, aikido, kana, and weapons training. So, diri i-introduce sa inyo ha sa on pag disassemble o assemble sa specific weapons. For example, the M16A1 or the caliber 45. Dapat at least one of them or any of the weapons kabalo mo sa on pag disassemble o assemble o sa on paggamit niya. And every part of that specific weapon dapat kabalo ka or ma-identify nimo. So supposedly dapat kini tanan matudlo ni sa inyo ha sa ROTC-1 pa lang. And aside from that, dapat na-introduce na sa inyo ha ang basic life support. Or dapat gihatagan na mo training about aning BLS. Okay? Unsaon ninyo pagkanda ko first aid, unsaon ninyo pag-apply pressure sa mga samad-samad, or unsaon ninyo pag-rescue sa mga distressed persons. For example, kana mga nalunod or whatsoever, dapat kabalo mo ana. And disaster relief and rescue operations. For example, kanang mga naisunog, na earthquake, na mga crisis nga mahitabo, then dapat napud kay knowledge about unsaon pag rescue. Okay, it is not necessarily nga expert ka, but at least you are knowledgeable on unsay mga necessary nga buhaton pag-abot sa ina ng mga situations. So kana tanan dapat atudlo na sa inyo ha sa ROTC-1 pa lang. Now, the ROTC-2, Military Science, MS2, Basic ROTC Army Module is the second term ROTC module that provides infantry knowledge and skills necessary for Army enlisted reservists. It covers subjects on weapons, communications, shoot capabilities, and Army tactics. So, diri na po mo pasok ang weapons, communication, unsaon paggamit sa radyo para mag-communicate, shoot capabilities, kanang mga firing. But since naman sa tay separated subject sa atong DefTac, atong defense tactics, datay marksmanship, so it is not necessary na nga itudlo pa sa inyo sa ROTC since naaman tay separated subject na mas ma-focus ang pag-teach sa inyo ha, students, unsaon paggamit sa different kind of weapons. Now, delivery system. ROTC will conduct its training every Sunday at the UST football field. When you say UST, University of Santo Tomas. The program of institution for ROTC shall focus on developing the lead, move, communicate, and shoot capabilities of the cadets as feature service. So, sa UST, every Sunday lang formation. But sa TUA, every Saturday. But it is case-to-case basis kung mag-conduct of formation pagka Sunday. Diba? Discretion na sa school with the ROTC commandant. Depende lang na kung nabay apasod nga oras para makompleto ang training or naaba mo'y kinahanglan nga preparahan nga ceremonies or activities para sa inana nga higayon. And that is all. Thank you. I hope you understand kung unsay purpose aning Nsdp. And I hope nasabtan ninyo kung unsay purpose aning Republic Act 9163. And that's all. Thank you. Thank you for watching.